Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pro Evolution Soccer 2021 season update full manual Master League. Hooray! It's a mouthful, but we got there. Two losses, 2-1 to Wolves, 2-0 to Burnley, probably a bit harsh, both of them, maybe. I feel like we created quite a few good opportunities, but today we have, well, a very tough test. Man City. It's going to be very, very difficult. This one. Let's go and see how the team are lining up. I'm contemplating maybe a change of formation, but I don't know. Obviously, we've got all of our new signings, and it's been a mixed bag in the comments about how you think the signings went. So Dodo's going to come in for a start, and Onyo can go on the bench. I think Henrique can start on the bench. So the only new boy starting will be Dodo, which is a great name, by the way. Absolutely fantastic name. Okay, we'll stick with the 4-2-1-2-1 generally. In fact, we are going to go a bit more of a traditional shape with it. So let's go into a 4-2. Oh, there we go. A 4-2-3-1 would that be? I don't know. You can ask, but I do want Zaha and Townsend to be a bit more central. They're lining up in the 3-5-2 formation, which will be very interesting. So we've got on the bench, let's just make sure, we have Hennessy in goal, Dan centre-back, Klein right-back, Kouyaté central midfielder, Bruno Henrique as a winger striker, Benteke striker, Onyeku winger striker. So Onyeku can come on the left and the right. He can actually fill in all front places. Benteke's only a striker. Henrique can do all front ones as well. I'm wondering if we need Benteke on the bench. Is it worth potentially getting a different option? Maybe for central midfield. I feel like our central midfield are going to be... No, we'll leave Big Benteke on there. He could cause a bit of trouble. Obviously, playing like this, we're hoping to go and exploit the wings a little bit because, you know, they don't have any fullbacks. So, and I can't imagine Mahrez is going to come back defending. Jordi Alba at Man City is going to be an interesting one. So that should be, well, a bit different. Long free kicks, Milivojevic. Short free kicks, Milivojevic, okay. Free kick taker to Eze, that's fine. Left corner taker, no, I want Milivojevic in the box really, because he's quite tall. So we'll get Townsend on corners. Penalty takers, Milivojevic is fine. Players to join attack, Saku, Cahill and Milivojevic. Right, let's go. Let's get into it. We're going to be playing at Selhurst Park. Once again, we'll be back for kickoff. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome for another Premier League fixture here at Selhurst Park. It is Crystal Palace versus Manchester City as the players come out of the tunnel, and I just realised I haven't put cider on, which means it's not going to be actual Selhurst Park, but that doesn't really matter today. There is Dodo making his first start for the club. He's looking to get involved with this Crystal Palace team. Comes straight in at right back to replace Joel Ward. It should be a very interesting debut for him. Thrust into the limelight against Manchester City. And the two team lineups will be coming up very shortly. Here we go. Crystal Palace, Guaita, Dodo, Sacco, Cahill on a yellow card. Van Aanholt at the back four. Milivojevic, Meyer and Eze in the three in midfield. Townsend, Batshuayi and Zaha with Bruno Henrique and Onyeku on the bench waiting to make their debuts. Man City, a formidable opponent lined up with Scott Carson in goal. Laporte, Ruben Diaz and Nathan Ake at the back. Mahrez, Fernandinho and Alba sit behind Gundogan and Rodri with Sterling and Aguero a very pacey front two. So let's get into the game and get ready for kickoff. Before we do that though, camera settings, because that's what people have asked me about. These are what I'm using. Stadium Custom Cam, zoom of 3, height 10, angle 3 as well. So there you go, for those people asking about camera. Sorry I forgot to do it in episode 2. Let's crack on with episode 3 and get the first game underway. So new signing Dodo getting his first few touches of the ball, laser pass back to Mamadou Sakho. Crystal Palace know they're not favourites for this game. No stretch of imagination would they ever be favourites here. Dodo goes into Max Meyer. Crystal Palace know they've got to keep the ball. Try and build this up sensibly from the back. Eze lays it back into Max Meyer. Back in towards Eze. Out to Townsend. Up to Dodo, who's going to keep this one in. And Dodo's got a bit of space to exploit in the back here. In towards Eze. Turns, gets a shot off, but his body shape was all wrong and the ball stays in play. Milivojevic wins the header. It's a good start here from Crystal Palace as Milivojevic plays that one Up towards Batshuayi, tackled though, and he wins a free kick in a very dangerous position. And Crystal Palace have started this game unbelievably well. Batshuayi turns here, fouled. Looked like a good tackle from Ruben Diaz, but referee gives a free kick, and Milivojevic is lining this free kick up. It's a big wall from Man City. Milivojevic gets it up and down, hits the wall though, and it will go behind for a corner. Wasted opportunity, that one, for Crystal Palace. Very rare that you get good opportunities like that, and obviously Man City going with Scott Carson in goal today, which causes a bit of a surprise for the away team, as no one can get on the end of that. It goes out for a throw-in. Wasted opportunity from Crystal Palace. So Jordi Alba on the left wing for Man City, their new big money signing, up towards Sergio Aguero, who's just bullied off it by Sacco very easily there. Milivojevic, Max Meyer on the ball, just looking to create some opportunities. Milivojevic looking for Eze. Eze can see the ball there through for Townsend, who looks to go first time towards Batshuayi. It's headed away well, but Crystal Palace again dominating proceedings, something that you wouldn't have expected to see. And you can see Dodo has been encouraged to get forward, but it's overhit from Townsend. And 10 minutes in, 0-0. Mahrez on the right wing for Man City. He's got Sterling and Aguero both in the box. Tries to ding that in towards Aguero. Good header away from Sacco, but it's going to fall to Fernandinho with a shot deflected, but took the pace off it, made it quite easy for Guita to get on the end of that one. And Jordi Alba picks up Riyad Mahrez's cross-field pass into Fernandinho. Gundogan easily gets past Eze. Aguero back to Fernandinho. Man City, patient build-up on the edge of the box here. Fernandinho shot from range. Guita with a good save. And now Crystal Palace, can they use this to counter-attack? Guita goes long with the kick, looking towards Townsend, who gets beaten in the air by Nathan Ake. Dodo is there for the interception, but gives it straight to Fernandinho. Aguero picks the ball up. Moving towards the edge of the box is Mahrez. Mahrez over to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba takes a touch and shields it very well, but Max Meyer does well to win the ball back. But he's given it away to Raheem Sterling, to Aguero. Good save from Guita. And, well, lucky there, because it could have been a penalty if the referee hadn't, well, if Aguero hadn't got his shot off. It was a late slide tackle in, and a bit of panic setting in by Crystal Palace. They haven't been able to take advantage of the possession they've had and the chances they created early on in the first half, as Mahrez has done well to keep that one in. Get it onto his left foot. Sterling under pressure, shielding the ball well, but Crystal Palace get back and put a good tackle in. Eze looks to go up towards Townsend. Townsend looks up towards Batshuayi. Flicked on, but Laporte's going to be able to cover. And it's end-to-end. And Crystal Palace have played well, but not creating too much. And it's Man City who are coming forward once again. Sterling out to Mahrez. Up against Van Aanholt. Does well. Feeds Rodri. Back to Mahrez again. Gundogan. Ilkay Gundogan, ball in. Aguero finds a bit of space, turns, and there's the first goal of the game. And it's been coming. Man City have started to dominate possession again. And Sergio Aguero, you give him a sniff and he'll take a goal. And it's 1-0 Man City. Crystal Palace started so brightly in this game, but find themselves one goal behind. Gundogan into Aguero. Good turn and shot. And it can't keep it out from Guita, and it's 1-0 Man City, and that is as deadly as you can be. Eze looks to feed it into Batshuayi. Ruben Diaz covers well though, and it's that final ball that is letting Crystal Palace down. They did look better against Burnley when they went to the more 4-4-2 sort of tactic. Will we see Ruud Gullit do that again in the second half in this game, as half an hour is gone and Man City have a lead and they don't look like they're going to give it up any time soon. Gundogan. Ball in to Aguero again. Aguero's gone off the back of Sacco, but Fernandinho lays it left to Jordi Alba. Who, Dodo with a good tackle there. That's going to make him popular with the fans, but passing like that won't. Bloody full manual. Sometimes you just forget. Fernandinho tackled really well by Milivojevic. Batshuayi on one more to Andros Townsend. Back to Batshuayi. And Eze's running through the middle. The pass was overhit though. And Ruben Diaz was well positioned to get in the way of it. And it's chances like that that Crystal Palace cannot afford to waste. As Mahrez on the right wing. This crossfield ball has worked wonders for Man City to open up some space. And Jordi Alba has put a ball in towards Aguero, but not very well played. But Sacco with an absolutely woeful pass. Aguero shoots, good save from Guita. Probably should be 2-0. And here comes Fernandinho launching an attack in towards Aguero. Dodo has to go and try and cover. He gets a shot off. Good save from Guita again. And he's been called into a lot of action, the Crystal Palace goalkeeper, in this end of the first half. And Crystal Palace look to break. Max Meyer. Townsend. Eze. Eze has Batshuayi, but it's played just behind him again. Disappointing for Crystal Palace. It's just been that final third has really let them down. Rodri. Out to Mahrez. Laporte, as we have about 5 minutes to go in the first half, as Gary Cahill gets up above Sterling and wins the header. Mahrez will pick up the loose ball. Back into Raheem Sterling. Van Aanholt's back well, covers well, and Crystal Palace can hold on to the ball. Batshuayi. Just looking to create a bit of space. Townsend gives him an option on the right. Good touch from Townsend. Townsend dinks it in. Eze's got in a bit of space here. Eze slides but couldn't get the touch. And it just rolls into the hands of Scott Carson. And again, Man City, there are spaces to be exploited by Crystal Palace, but Man City holding a good defensive line, and it's these sort of counter-attacks that could cause trouble. Rodri lifted over the top, looking for Sterling. Guita's out well. And that will probably see us through to half-time here at Selhurst Park. As the ball's in the air, the half-time whistle goes, and it's 1-0 Manchester City. So as the second half gets underway, no changes just yet for either manager, as Crystal Palace stick with the 4-3-3 for now, as Raheem Sterling picks up the ball in the midfield. No substitutions, but Man City are looking to cement their lead as Max Meyer gives away a free kick there, and Gundogan runs over to try and maybe take it quickly. Jordi Alba, Max Meyer in a little bit tough on the winger sign from Barcelona, but that will give an opportunity for substitutions to be made, and it's Andros Townsend off and new boy Bruno Henrique on. As that's a good ball in and everybody misses it, and also other new boy Onuku comes on for Milivojevic, with Zaha taking over the captaincy. So it does look like, well, Crystal Palace are going to try and trust their new signings, and they're also going to go to the 4-4-2 formation that got them a little bit more joy against Burnley, but still lacked a few goals. As Fernandinho picks it up, it will leave them a bit more open at the back. Good tackle there from Cahill. No, referee says free kick. And Man City have a free kick just about halfway into the Crystal Palace half. Aguero picked it up. A slide tackle from Cahill. Looked like he got the ball but caught him late. Referee says that's a free kick. And it's going to be Fernandinho over it. Fernandinho looks to dink it in. It's headed away. And Fernandinho's there. Rodri into Sterling. Sterling into Aguero. Tries to give it back to Sterling. Ooh, acrobatic effort. Remains 1-0 though. Eze plays it up towards Bruno Henrique. Gets his first touch of the ball but loses out to Fernandinho. Sterling back to Fernandinho. Aguero. Man City starting to stroke the ball around well. Eze looks to intercept that one. It will get through to Aguero though. Sterling's in a bit of space. Flicks that on. Mahrez is going to get there. Guita comes a long way. Mahrez goes round him, but the angle's tightened and he runs it off for a goal kick. And Crystal Palace are playing pretty dangerously with this more attacking formation as Dodo picks up the ball. He's had a solid, if not spectacular, debut as Van Aanholt goes up the line. Good ball into Enrique, who then finds Onyeka. Onyeka goes back to Van Aanholt. Van Aanholt looks to put a ball in towards the back post, but it's too much, and Scott Carson will have an easy catch on that one. Dodo picks out Zaha, who's moved to the right-hand side now. And it goes to Bruno Henrique. Tries to dink it over, looking for Eze. Still being encouraged to get forward, Eze, from midfield. So Crystal Palace haven't given up on this game at all yet. Max Meyer just trying to get a bit of movement going. Max Meyer sees the run of Enrique. Picks him out, not the best pass, but it's found its way through to Onyeka. Puts a ball in, looking for Batshuayi at the back post. Gundogan gets there as well to flick it away. And it's kept alive by Dodo, who has Eze making a move. Eze puts it in to Wilfried Zaha, who just strayed offside on the hour mark. Just went a little bit too soon. But Crystal Palace, they have potential going forward. It's just, can they create enough chances to really test Scott Carson's goal? So far, the answer is no. But that's a good win there as Batshuayi picks up the ball into Enrique. Gives it off to Eze. Into Onyeka. But again, it's just that last little touch from the Man City defenders that just stops Crystal Palace in their tracks, and Sterling has accelerated away. Saku got a useful touch on that, and Dodo's read the pass. Max Meyer, Eze, Cahill looks to go out wide towards Zaha. Not the best pass from Gary Cahill though, as Sterling will pick this one up again. Tries to turn away. Out towards Mahrez on the right-hand side. Mahrez up against Van Aanholt. Cuts in field. Riyad Mahrez getting onto that left foot. Gary Cahill did enough, and Townsend knocks it back to Guaita. And Crystal Palace hold on. Max Meyer up to Bruno Enrique. Heavy touch from the new signing, and well, Rodri got the ball according to the referee. Looks similar to Gary Cahill's one earlier in the second half as Aguero turns past Sacco, but the defender gets back well. Eze tries to flick a ball out, and there is a man over here. Zaha cutting inside. Batshuayi still going. Batshuayi, he's got lots of time and space. Batshuayi looks to dink it across towards Bruno Enrique. Batshuayi with a header, and he's offside from the rebound. Crystal Palace again creating opportunities, just not doing the most with it. Scott Carson forced into a save, but Batshuayi was offside. Sterling picks the ball up on the edge of the area. Looks to try and get it back to Aguero, but again, Man City are now struggling to make a breakthrough as Max Meyer puts that ball off to Oniaku, but that is a terrible pass into the path of Sergio Aguero, who flicks it in to Raheem Sterling. Gets a shot off, but it's blocked, and Dodo with a vital interception there to stop Jordi Alba coming onto the ball. Rodri just pushed off it by Max Meyer. Referee plays advantage. Sterling is there, tries to turn. Another good tackle from Sacco, who's having a superb game at the back for Crystal Palace today. Mahrez looks to turn, puts a right-footed cross in. Is Aguero going to get there first? No, Guaita's out well. Eze easily pushed off the ball by Fernandinho. Sterling's in. Sterling shoots. Good save from Guaita. Jordi Alba puts a cross in. Rodri misses it, and Guaita makes a save. Dodo invited forward again, having a solid debut, as been mentioned before. Tries to play a 1-2, but it was a poor pass back to him from Batshuayi, who's looking like he might be getting a bit tired. Crystal Palace have one sub left, and is it going to be Benteke to try and make a difference? Although they could be in here as Oniaku picks up the ball, and Enrique just can't get past Fernandinho. Right option there, the subs trying to combine. Aguero, good first touch to go past Sacco. Lovely bit of skill to then beat the Frenchman in defence. Jordi Alba. Sacco's been pulled out from centre-back for the first time in today's game. Jordi Alba puts a good cross in, and well, Dodo sort of just hacks it away. Max Meyer brings the ball down well. How he goes towards Oniaku. We haven't really seen too much of him today, but he is accelerating away from the defenders now. He has got pace, this boy. Oniaku with a ball in, slide tackle from Laporte. And he's going to stop it going out as well, but good defensive work from Oniaku to try and win it back. But Mahrez keeps it alive, and this game is opening up massively now as Eze can't get that interception. Aguero back to Gundogan, looking back through to Aguero. Guaita's come off his line a long way, and the keeper makes a fantastic save. Substitution then for Man City as Kevin De Bruyne comes on, recovering from an injury. Comes on for the last 5 minutes to replace Rodri, and Crystal Palace make a change of their own. Batshuayi off, Christian Benteke comes on, and well, Dodo wins that header, and it goes back to Guaita. He'll be very happy about that outcome because it wasn't the best defensive header in the world. As Guaita's throw is just about going to be kept in by Van Aanholt. No, Man City throw in deep in Crystal Palace territory. Another sub for them. Jordi Alba off. Bernardo Silva comes on, just showing Man City's, well, strength in depth really in this Man City team. Oniaku flicks it on into Bruno Enrique. Bruno Enrique comes forward with it. Gundogan just pushes him off the ball. He's struggled to set into the physicality of the Premier League as Aguero comes forward out to Mahrez on this side into Sterling. Mahrez has got it back, and Cahill tried to cover the pass, but Gary Cahill's read that very well. The Crystal Palace back four have defended absolutely superbly. Bruno Enrique flicks that one on, and Oniaku is there, gets the ball. De Bruyne comes to meet him. Infield looking for Eze Sterling though. Great defensive work from the Man City forward as Bernardo Silva in towards Aguero. Gary Cahill trying to marshal him again. Back to Gundogan. Gundogan looks through for Aguero. Gary Cahill gets the touch, and well, time is running out now for Crystal Palace. It's now or never as Max Meyer tries to put it up towards Benteke. Flicks it on really well towards Zaha. Zaha just couldn't take the ball in his stride. And that's a poor pass given away to Fernandinho. And it's a 1-0 loss for Crystal Palace at home to Man City. They played well. They did well. They fought hard, but just couldn't get the final third pass, the goal that was needed. Only 2 shots and 1 on target to 11 for Man City. But a good performance, just lacking that cutting edge up front for Crystal Palace. So a really frustrating game. We're probably going to be bottom. Yeah, we are bottom now. Just, well, same goal difference, but I don't think we've scored as many goals. And that is the difficulty on full manual. It's taking those chances and getting the goals. and just creating enough chances. And I think I need to be a bit more risky when we get into the final third. So we'll have to see. A Scott Dan from Derby County. We can probably sell Scott Dan. It will only go through in January, so that's not a problem. But yeah, it's just creating those chances. And the time when you do a, I don't even care what price it is. We'll let him go. He's not very good, and he won't be going until January. So a new centre back will be on the cards in January. We can start looking now, to be fair, as well. But next up is Everton, who were a big favourites for the Master League, to be honest. And then Crystal Palace stormed through and won it. But yeah, it's just a shot and shooting. It's shooting and that final little pass as the league opener, Chapter 3. Then the board aren't going to be happy. 0 wins from 3. We haven't shown our true abilities even once this season. The press will be muttering about your exit soon. Well, yeah, he's not happy. Ruud Gullit is could be an unfortunate casualty. I'll make sure we win the next one. Oh, that's a bold statement, Ruud. That is a bold statement, Mr. Gullit. As well, Everton up next. Make sure we're on full manual again. Let's go and look at the team. Who is buzzing for this? Is anybody buzzing for it? Milivojevic, Max Meyer, Eze. There's options when you play the 4 up front. We're just struggling a tiny little bit. Schlupp is in good form, so we'll bring him on for Van Arnholt. Dodo had a good game, but Ward is on an up arrow, so we'll put Dodo onto the bench for this one. Very tough situation. MacArthur should probably come on the bench over... I mean, you're never going to change your back 2, are you, unless you get someone sent off, and then we'll drop Milivojevic back there. Well, MacArthur should probably start, although it does take a hit in terms of chemistry, so he won't do that just yet. They're going to be playing a 4-3-3 as well. They're starting Lossell in goal. I don't know why Pickford isn't playing, but we're going to go a bit narrow with these guys. Let's really throw caution to the winds. Advanced instructions. Counter target. Eze, stay forward. Don't worry about coming back. Hug the touchline. I'm going to take that off, and we're going to go attacking fullbacks and push Joel Ward and Jeffrey Schlupp up and try and get people up there. Again, because I haven't launched Cider, we won't be playing at Goodison Park. I'll remember to launch it through Cider next time. But yes, let's get into kickoff. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Goodison Park for Everton versus Crystal Palace in the Premier League. Crystal Palace 0 wins from 3. 3 losses from 3, actually, and sitting at the foot of the table. 3 new signings in Dodo, Bruno Henrique and Onderaku, and none of them start today after all making their debuts against Man City. The game's about to get underway. Let's see how it unfolds. It's Everton at home against Crystal Palace. So Jeffrey Schlupp back in the team, gets on the ball early. We haven't seen too much of Jeffrey Schlupp this season, as Eze is just trying to move the ball around. Joel Ward comes in to replace Dodo, who did make his debut against Man City. A tough game to make a debut, but only a 1-0 loss, and there was plenty of positives that Crystal Palace can take, and that's a great touch. And is that going to be a penalty? No, referee plays on. Eze keeps it in, tries to dink it across goal. Holgate with a header away, and Jeffrey Schlupp attacks this one, has a hit from range. And there are rumours that Ruud Gullit's job is already at risk this season, and given it's only 3 games in, you can say that's a little bit harsh, but the ball goes long. Gary Cahill wins the header quite easily. Meyer, and again, Crystal Palace starting very well, like they did previously. Eze out to Joel Ward, looks to dink this one in. Batshuayi is beaten in the air. Calvert-Lewin's got to come a long way back to get that ball. Balassi, obviously once of Crystal Palace, takes over, and well, at the moment 0-0, and Crystal Palace look like they're having the better of it, but here come Everton, and that's a good interception from Cahill. Up it goes from Max Meyer. That's I didn't see Allen there. I thought it was a wonderful ball through, as it goes up again. And yeah, Crystal Palace winning all the balls at the moment. Eze flicked around the corner to Batshuayi, and Delph is back there to cover well. Dominic Calvert-Lewin feeds the ball out onto the left-hand side to Bernard. Bernard up against Joel Ward. Joel Ward showing very good strength to win that one back, but it's a terrible pass. He was looking for Max Meyer. Calvert-Lewin with a shot, and Guita with an easy save in the end of the day. Jeffrey Schlupp encouraged to get forward. Tries to pick Zaha out with a pass up to Eze. Flicks that on with a stretch of a leg. Joel Ward. Eze. Back to Milivojevic. Zaha. Eze again. Crystal Palace moving the ball around well. Townsend. Joel Ward. Eze just caught on the ball by Balassi, and Again, it's good possession football from Crystal Palace, but not too much to report back with when they get into the final third. Very similar to the game against Man City and Burnley. Joel Ward, Bernard goes up. Sacco can't get his interception wrong. Guita with a good save again. And, well, I think Crystal Palace will be happy if Everton shoot from that range for the whole game. Schlupp up towards Zaha. Zaha just trying to create a little bit of space with some trickery. How that goes. Bernard reads the pass, though. Bernard gets it back. Calvert-Lewin, Bernard. Calvert-Lewin tries to feed that one through to Balassi, but well intercepted. And, again, Crystal Palace, their problem isn't at the back. The problem is going forward. Bernard with the ball over the top, and Calvert-Lewin has got a chance to show off his pace. Has a shot. What a finish from Calvert-Lewin. He's in form, and that is 1-0 Everton. And again, Crystal Palace get to the final third, and they don't take their chances. And Ruud Gullit is not a happy man. Delph won it in midfield into Bernard. Dinked over the top. Looked offside, but the referee says play on, and VAR said it wasn't. And it's 1-0 Everton. Milivojevic into Eze. Up the line, Joel Ward gives it to Andros Townsend. Back to Joel Ward. Just trying to create some space. Joel Ward up against Digne. Back onto that left foot. Chipped towards the edge of the box, but nobody's there. It's a terrible cross from Andros Townsend, and Calvert-Lewin, well, it's robbed very easily by Cahill in the end. Up to Max Meyer. Max Meyer can't get that one, as Bernard won't get that throw in to Crystal Palace. Half an hour gone, 1-0 Everton. Schlupp up the line looking for Zaha. Zaha looks to trick his way past Kenny, and he gets to the byline. Looks to put it across Holgate with a great headed clearance away. And Balassi will get there, but he's been robbed by Schlupp. Jeffrey Schlupp with a shot. It's saved. Can they get on the rebound? No, they can't. And it's headed away. It's going to come to Max Meyer. Shot blocked close range. And Bernard holds on to the ball. Better from Crystal Palace, though. Not afraid to have some shots. Fabian Delph. Batshuayi with the ball. Zaha caught late. Referee says play on to that one. And, well, he gave an advantage that was then absolutely useless. Balassi looking over the top towards Dominic Calvert-Lewin again. It's a decent header. But, well, Balassi's won a free kick there or given away a free kick? If he's given away a free kick, I'd like the advantage. He's given away a free kick. That's annoying. Right, let's pump this one long. See if we can get some sort of knockdown as Batshuayi doesn't win that way. Does bring up the second ball, though. Zaha is there up against Allen. Zaha just crowded out of it there. Bit too greedy from the Ivory Coast man. Dominic Calvert-Lewin robbed again by Cahill. It's relentless from Crystal Palace. Eze. Townsend. Inviting Joel Ward forward with a pass. Joel Ward up against Digne, and he's tackled. It'll be a throw into Crystal Palace just before half-time. Milivojevic takes it quickly. Max Meyer tries to put a ball in. That should be a corner. And this is a goal kick. It's a goal kick. It's gone straight out of play, apparently. No deflection. 5 minutes to go to half-time. Zaha picks the ball up, and Schlupp is giving him an option out on the wing. Zaha cuts in field, though. Gets a shot off deflected, and it's easy for Lossell with the deflection. It takes the power off it. But Schlupp and Ward being encouraged to get forward from Gullit in today's game. And it is giving options as they go forward. Digne up the line to Bernard. Bernard, good touch to get away from Joel Ward. Bernard runs all the way towards the byline. Cuts back onto that right foot. Ball in towards Calvert-Lewin. Wins the header. But it's a goal kick to Crystal Palace. So Jeffrey Schlupp will just get on this pass from Gary Cahill. Just a little bit overhit, but he kept it in play and did really well. Milivojevic tries to spread it, but it's half-time. 1-0 down to a wonderful Calvert-Lewin goal. And Everton playing well. Pretty even game. Crystal Palace passing Everton off the pitch at the moment. Gullit's got a lot of positives to focus on at the half-time team talk. Let's see if there's any changes going into the second half. So just the one change for Crystal Palace going into the second half, and it's Max Meyer off, McCarthy on, and Patrick Roberts, a new signing at Goodison Park, comes on to replace Balassi, who was kept pretty quiet against his former team. As well, Zaha will pick this ball up round the corner into Schlupp. Zaha got it back, but Alan, just consistent energy and stamina and running from Alan, and he wins that back rather easily as Digne has the ball for Everton, and they're more than happy to just keep possession right now. MacArthur, the substitute, brings out Joel Ward, who brings it forward. Looks to try and put that in, and it's given back to him. And MacArthur's on the edge of the box. MacArthur has a shot from range. It's just past the post from the substitute. So unlucky for James MacArthur. Joel Ward comes forward again, and Crystal Palace are starting to get into their stride, as that's some very good strength from Eze. Gets a shot off. It's a poor shot though. Nowhere near the target. Dominic Calvert-Lewin picks the ball up into a dangerous position, and coming up to the hour mark, Crystal Palace, you could probably argue they are having the better of the game, but it's just moments like that. Eze's just getting caught out in midfield, and that's a chip through ball from Roberts, and Calvert-Lewin could be in. It's a hit, and it goes past the post. And that's the problem at the moment with Crystal Palace. They give up opportunities, and it's just one ball through the split defence, and Calvert-Lewin just past the post. So first substitution of the game, Christian Benteke on to replace Eze. He was struggling in that attacking midfield role to really make a difference, and Christian Benteke is, well, brought on ahead of new signing Bruno Henrique, so maybe some issues with the new signing that Ruud Gullit hasn't told the press about. But here come Crystal Palace, and here's Benteke first on the ball. Not a good involvement, tackled straight away. Calvert-Lewin wins the header into Bernard. Bernard is pretty much swarmed by white shirts of Crystal Palace, and, well, McCarthy does get there and does really well. And Benteke, good strength that time. Lays it in. Batshuayi, can he get there? John Joe Kenny with a covering defending. Really good defending there. And again, it's Crystal Palace just lacking on that final little ball. Schlupp up to Zaha. And it goes through ball, and it's asking a lot of Milivojevic, who's now well out of position. It might have been Joel Ward, but Bernard turns into Calvert-Lewin, who's again swamped by white shirts. Milivojevic goes out wide looking for Zaha. Touches it on to Schlupp. Jeffrey Schlupp goes down the line towards Zaha. Is he going to be able to keep that in? Kenny plays it safe and plays it out for a throw. Oh, Everton trying to play their way out from the back, have given away a very cheap throw-in again in their own half. But it's up to Crystal Palace to make something happen from it, as, well, Joe Ward is invited forward here. He's apparently already secured a move away from Crystal Palace in January. Joe Ward on the edge of the box. Joe Ward hits it. It's bouncing around, and Digne clears it away. It's much better from Palace, but it's still not the best. Joe Ward can't keep that one in. Throw into Everton. Fabian Delph does well out to Bernard. He's got Calvert-Lewin in the middle. Cross is blocked. It'll be a corner to Everton, and obviously Crystal Palace did concede corner against Burnley. Didn't defend it very well at all. Gary Cahill being outdone by Ashley Barnes in that one, as Digne puts this one in, and it's bouncing around, and the keeper Guita gets there at the second attempt, misjudging the cross in the first instance, as Milivojevic flicks that one on. Benteke looks to put it over the top. It's a great interception. It was needed, to be honest, as Batshuayi does some good hold-up work. Schlupp, he was looking for McCarthy, and it's nearly got through, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin back to Roberts, into Calvert-Lewin again. Bernard gives him the run forward. Bernard lays it back to Calvert-Lewin, and Everton hold the ball, and this is the problem Crystal Palace have at the moment, but this could be a very good counter-attack here, as Benteke looks to pass it on. Zaha into the box. Zaha shoots straight at Lossell. It's a good save from the keeper. He stood big. But Crystal Palace's best opportunity created on the counter-attack. Benteke did really well. Put it into Zaha. Cut across Alan. Left-footed shot. Well hit. Good save from Lossell. Townsend going to put this one in towards the near post, looking for Benteke. Wins the header off the line from Allen. Townsend can't put it back across. It's a goal kick. So final substitution, Batshuayi off. Bruno Henrique does come on to partner Benteke up front for Crystal Palace. 14 minutes to go. Have Crystal Palace got anything in their locker to find an equaliser? Oh, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, great turn away to get away from Cahill. Calvert-Lewin's through, and it's 2-0 just like that. Calvert-Lewin, a fantastic step over to absolutely befuddle Gary Cahill, and it's 2-0. Digne here. Up it went into Delph. And look at this step over from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Completely does Garrett Cahill. Sacco can't get back in time. And it's 2-0 Everton. Surely that's game over. And surely that is Ruud Gullit's job in even more jeopardy now for Crystal Palace. Schlupp in a bit of space, and he's got runners in the middle. Jeffrey Schlupp tries to dink it. It's too close to Lossell, and crossing is really difficult on full manual. I need to get used to pulling out the guiding arrow a little bit better, but again, we've played relatively well. It's just scoring. That's a good ball. Go on, Schlopp, you got that. It's close to Losso, it should be. How is that not a corner? How is that not a corner? That looked like it very clearly hit the defender. 2-0. Gutting. Delph wins the ball. Good man. Mina, Digne, and Everton again happy to keep possession. And Crystal Palace need to find goals from somewhere. Yerry Mina, Lucas Digne, Bernard, Digne again. Everton, as we discussed, more than happy to keep possession. Joe Ward will see that one go out. 2 minutes to go in normal time. So 3 minutes of added time given in this game, as it looks like it's going to peter out for Crystal Palace once again. Defended pretty solidly. 2 good goals from Dominic Calvert-Lewin has given Everton a 2-0 lead, which is likely to be a 2-0 win, to be honest, as Townsend is looking to get in behind here, but Digne has the pace and has the covering ability and the strength to hold off Townsend. The ball goes long out towards Calvert-Lewin again, who brings it down well. Harry Cahill with a good tackle. And there is the full-time whistle. Dominic Calvert-Lewin double makes it 2-0, and, well, Crystal Palace just can't buy a win at the moment, and it's going to cause trouble and headaches, but opportunities for Crystal Palace just couldn't find the net. So Everton 2-0 loss, home win, against us. Man City beat Wolves 1-0. Burnley lost to Man United 1-0. Chelsea 4, Leeds 2, and Fulham and Aston Villa played out a 0-0 draw. Tottenham beat West Ham 1-0. Liverpool beat Southampton 4-1. Arsenal lost at home to Sheffield United 2-0. West Brom lost at home to Newcastle, and Brighton Hove Albion lost 1-0 to Leicester City as well. And the table, we're still going to be rock bottom, but we are there with 0 points, the same as West Brom. A win would take us out of the bottom 3, and at the moment, that's all I want. That is all I want. Let's go and see if we're going to have a bit of a talking to. But it doesn't get any easier, because in the next episode, it's Chelsea. Chelsea and Fulham, so at least Fulham should give us a chance. But let's have a look. We've got Max Meyer from Union Berlin and Joel Ward. It's from Brentford. Okay, I thought we'd already agreed a deal for Joel Ward, but maybe not. But I'll deal with all of them offline and go through it. But a disappointing episode. We're really struggling to win. We're struggling. I feel defensively I'm doing a good job. I just think it's going forward. I'm either rushing it or I'm forgetting to put the aim arrow on for shots, which is a big thing because you can go very, very wide without that arrow on. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure again. I'm really enjoying it, even though we're not winning. I hope you guys are too. Leave a like if you're enjoying it. Again, if we hit 40 likes, the next episode will be out tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.